Hi again everyone, my name is Rennie Beerthusen and today's lesson is a drawing lesson. I picked a cute little bunny because he fits in all the shapes that I used, square, triangle and oval. The drawing itself is only going to take 1 or 2 minutes to draw it out and sort of have the proportions right. The rest I'll show you how I use my tools for shading, and possibly I might do a little bit of texture, but today is just on drawing and how to use the shapes and make your life a little easier and more fun. I have one rule in this video, and that's to have fun. This is not a competition, and if it is, it's only against yourself, and you're going to win every time. So have fun with this. That's the rule. I'll probably wipe it out a lot and show you how to change things around, and but yeah, today is just basically on drawing and a little bit of use of my tools, and that's about it. And the next video might be another drawing or texture, I don't know yet, probably a drawing, but I hope you watch that one. Have fun with this one, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to set up and we'll start. And these days now, look after yourselves and look after your others, and just take care, and bye for now. Okay, I've got myself set up here. I thought I'd show you some of the tools I use. We'll start with the ruler. I don't use the ruler much because I just see it. But any beginners probably, to make triangles and that. The next is a brush for my eraser dust. A couple of pencils with eraser. A mechanical pencil for fine lines. This one here is a pencil extender, and it's got a graphite stick in it, which I bought at the dollar store, I believe, with colored pencils, and they had 2 long graphite. They used to be as long as that pencil, but if you drop them, stuff happens. That's why it's in an extender. So they got a little bit of plastic on here so you don't get your fingers wet, or dirty, I mean. And this one is also a graphite stick. They come in, I got this at the dollar store, I think Dollarama, for $2 for 6 of them. They'll last you a lifetime. They go forever. So I use that a lot. Then paper stumps for blending. This I use at the beginning, this one, and then the smaller one for details. I have all kinds of sizes you will use. Most important tool is erasers. On a pencil, I don't know what's the most important end, is the eraser or the other end that have so much value. Eraser, you'll use that a lot. And then a Scott towel for rubbing out. Q-tips for small areas you want to rub out or blend. Then this is a little, like a makeup tool that women have. They're in the dollar store also. And that's also for blending. It's nice, it really blends out nice. Okay, so those are the tools I use. So as you notice, I got a little bunny there. I got the circle and triangle in there. Sometimes I don't use all 3 shapes. I'll either use just one shape or a couple or all 3. Very seldom I use all 3. I'm a square. I like squares. It's my favorite shape, fastest, and you'll have your own favorite shape. Oh, and then also I have a wet cloth and some Scott towels to rub my fingers off when I blend, because I blend with my fingers a lot. Okay, so if you have that bunny up right now, oh, and my stick, an old scratch here, because then I don't get my palms dirty. But and usually I work with the paper on my lap. This is going to be a little more difficult, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, this is a drawing class. I'm showing you how to draw for beginners and intermediates, or whoever's having trouble maybe drawing, maybe looking at it the wrong way. I'm a shape guy. I draw with shapes. I don't really look at what I'm drawing. I just look at where the lines are going. So as you notice, I got this little bunny there. We got all the shapes there, and the reason I picked the little bunny is because he fits all the shapes. It fits the ovals. I could have kept going with the ovals. If you look at the top of his head, it's actually a pear with ears on it, and the bottom is a box. So that's why I like squares, because I just would have made a square there. But that's neither nor there. Just forget about that. We're just doing this here. So we have, let's see. I'm going to start with his nose, because it's actually on the line here. So I look at distance from here to this triangle. Where is it? It's roughly sitting around here. Okay, so that's where we would start or end. And I would just draw out the nose and go right to the triangle. Add that little piece up here, like that. And it sort of goes like that. And then this comes down here. And if you notice that the triangle there, it comes up here. Comes almost to the triangle, starts up, comes around. Well, even though this is uncomfortable for me, it's still easy to draw. This one comes up about as high as his nose. You're always looking, you're always trying to observe what's going on here. Then it's just coming up here, and pretty well that's it. The ear starts, and as you notice, that ear almost fits over top. Yeah, it does the work for you. There's that one. We got one side finished already. This side comes over here. It's longer, obviously, because it's foreshortened. Its face longer on this side. Cuts through the up in the corner of the triangle. Goes over past the triangle. Comes up. Starts hugging close to the triangle. Then right around there, quits. Outside of the ears is already there. This is here. Like, yeah, we already got basically his ear there. And what's left? Oh, eye. Eye is, well, roughly right where the ears stop. Like that. And like that. There. Okay, then the mouth comes right on that line we got across, looking like an A. There. And we have this here, sort of like that. Cute little mouth coming around there. Okay, now over here he has a little bit of fur down below his neck. Right around here we see where his front paws or leg going to be. It comes down here, comes past there and there, and we see a paw there. I'm like, your drawing lesson is almost over. Okay. And what else? Oh, we got a back leg. If we want to put it, artistic license. We do what we want, put what we want. There's your drawing lesson. Okay, I didn't get. I'm not trying to wonder where I'm placing things. It's laid out for me. It was there. It's almost like cheating. I feel like I'm cheating, like using a projector or whatever. But I'm not. I'm using shapes. And like I said, here we have a pear shape with ears on it. And this would have been a square for me. I would have went square straight down, and then put his paws in there, and round the square a little bit if I needed to, or come in on the square if I needed to. But that's your drawing lesson. And the rest is, I've discussed that in the first video. the shading of a ball, you know, what we do with the ball. But I'll use some of my tools here. Excuse me. You could, I would just start filling in the darks here. Okay. It takes me, like, if I'm, okay, I'm going to use this stick here. Like I said, these will last me forever. And all I do is pretty well go where the dark is. It's going to be darker underneath here, of course. Like that. I'm trying to hold my book down here. Okay. So we know that it's going to be shaded down here. So we'll just cover that. Like, this isn't very hard. Like, even what takes the time is the detail on its fur, getting texture. Okay, the shading comes pretty well, like right now. We'll get the start of things going here. And we'll put a little graphite on everything. Because what I'm trying to do right now is get my darks and my midtones all at the same time. And don't push too hard or on a sharp edge. You don't want to cut the paper, it seems to. Because we can wipe out and start again if we have to. But we start cutting the paper, we'll leave lines down below. Okay, so as you notice, I'm just giving it a little bit of graphite. I could have put it on the side, but I put a little bit of tape on there so my fingers wouldn't get dirty. But this is for a demonstration, this will work just fine. Okay, we got to go a little darker there. And obviously a little darker underneath his chin here. Face too. That stays white, sort of. For now, anyways. Okay, then we'll get a little on its face. We'll just cover everything. You know, a lot of people when they draw, and try to go in the direction of the fur, like with your strokes. I notice I have to lift that up a little bit. Cute little nose. Okay, so we just covered everything there. So now I take my Scott towel, like that. I'm going to make a few things a little darker in here. So that I got some dark going there. I don't want to use that. Break the paper. You know, really where I see the dark. Like that. Then I don't have to. Then in the middle here, obviously. And over top of his paws, where the fur comes over top. There and there. That would be good. Then I'll take that towel and I'll just wipe it all in. I'll get a ghost image here. It's hard to get rid of this ghost image and you don't want to. Okay. And that's pretty well my second move. Now my granddaughters will kick me out of here and do the fun part. You got yourself dirty, Grandpa. Okay, so as you know, I just rub it off. You don't get it on your hands that much either. And I think this is the part a lot of artists miss. Now, I have two erasers, and this is where the fun part comes in. I usually go to big areas with this, like it'll be on his cheek. I still see the ghost image, my pencil marks are under there. Okay, so now I start putting in my lights. And I see where it is. And I push hard if I want to take lots off. If not, I go very lightly. Okay, and then this one, because this one's a little harder, I'll use the tip. All my pencils have no erasers on the end. And I'll put in the eye. And then it's a little white over here. You just follow the white areas. And now you start blending with your finger. Okay, and that's why I have that rag. Okay, I notice he's got white down by his ear here, or nose I mean. And then same thing on this side. And up a little bit. You can go in circles with this. See, so this is white also. There's a white underneath his mouth here. Okay, I'll keep very lightly now. I was pushing pretty heavy on that Scott towel at first. This is very lightly because you need different values. And as soon as I rub it, you notice this is white again. This is what I just made white. Now if I rub it lightly, you'll notice that this is a little lighter than that. So this is how you get your values, and if I want a little whiter on top of that, I do that. But anyways, let's not get carried away. Let's say I got the white wrong in the wrong area, so I can rub that out also. Okay. So you can do a lot with your finger and just this pencil for drawing. And this is what takes the time. Learn how to draw. Well, you just did. That took you a minute. Just you practice with that after. Okay, now I can use this big one too, and use this nicely and follow what I see here and change the values. At least want 3 values. At least 3 values. Okay, go and accent a zero if we want here. And this is the fun part, because I'll quickly put this together. And you'll see what I mean here. This here, I'll put his feet wherever I want. Okay, and that's how quickly it actually comes together, sort of like that. And it's now you just work this little bunny, keep working it. You get your pencils, and you again go through here, and now you just copy what you see. This is where the texture comes in, because I'd be putting texture right now. Okay, this would be the start of it. I'd be if I need fur. A lot of times I will. If it's short hair, I'll go small ovals like that, and then I'll overlap and overlap and go in the direction of the fur. If the fur is going in that direction, that's the way I have. If it's longer hair, my ovals will be bigger, like that, and then the next row will be half of the first. I'll try. I'm not that fussy. I go very quickly. I like going in circles so you don't cut the paper. When you make lines like that, be very, very careful. So this, how I create some texture. Okay, and after a while, a couple strokes down, it'll start to look like hair growing up. And then I'll take that out, more out with my pencil, and I'll do that up here. So if he's got very short hair, so I would start going with those little ovals, and because I got a mid value and a darker pencil, you'll notice it's getting a little darker, which I want because he has gray fur. But also you notice how looks like it's little white areas coming through there. You can almost leave it like this. You don't even have to work your texture if you didn't want to. If you were doing a sheep, it'd be bigger circles, and you go over this and you think, oh gee, that looks like wool. Okay, then once I had it like that, okay, I'll work a little bit down. Okay, and as you notice, there's white areas coming, but you do notice the dark areas around this. It's like looking into the clouds and seeing things, all kinds of, and that's what I'm doing. If I wanted to, I would go little circles around the little white areas I see here, and the more I do that and change my values, it would look, he's got very fluffy hair. So if I wanted, I would do that first, and then I would flick out some highlights that he would have on his forehead, which he does. Okay, not everywhere. like that. As you notice, it looks like you're starting to get furry. And then very lightly with your finger go over that. And what I'm doing now is dulling what I just put on, just erased off. So I got 2 layers of white, at least 3, 4 values there. If I flick again, now I got another layer. And the way you get hair is layer over layer over layer. I would get it to that point, then I would look to see where it's dark. Maybe it's got a crease in his hair. His hair is wet, so I would darken it up somewhere, go underneath the white. And a lot of times I'll make these kind of marks and come down with it very lightly, and that'll also look like hair. Once you have different values under there, go in the direction of the hair. And as you notice, I can make this dark if I kept going over that and making the same patterns over and over and over. Okay, I can make it really black. But if I do it a couple of times and go in the direction of somebody's hair and feathers, this works really good for feathers. As you notice, see how I got texture? If this was a feather, little feathers, I would just go under the white to bring the white tip of the white feathers up. And that's how you get things to stick up. But it's not a texture. It's a drawing class or drawing video. So anyway, I got carried away. I'm sorry. So I notice that goes up there. Over here, take it away, get rid of the eraser. Oh, and then it needs to be darker under here, so circles, because I don't want to break the paper. Circles, 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 circles. It got a little texture there, so we're going to see a little bit of hair there. And as you notice, it's darker under here. Rub with your finger very lightly. I'll get something a little darker. Well, see, I don't have very dark pencils here because I was just wanting to show you how to use those shapes to get this little bunny in proportion and keep you from getting frustrated because you can't seem to draw. Put that shape over top of any photograph and you'll be able to use it right away, especially if you know what you're looking for. See, so that's what I would do. And I would keep working this little character and making cuter and cuter, and you know, see what you can do. And here right now I'm doing little ovals. You can do little circles also, and you rub that off very lightly. And see, I can just see the light in there, and that's the areas that I'll pick out with my eraser. Like that. Oh, where'd my eraser go? You know, even these strokes would be in the direction of the fur. It sort of comes like that underneath there. This I would go in a circular motion a little bit, or whatever you think that it needs. This makes very good, these pencils make very good hair if it's got a good edge. Like for whiskers, because he's got little whiskers here, so like that you could put the whiskers on him. But that comes later, okay? But I'm just showing the use of a pencil, and you know, that's why you don't have to worry about losing the white in your picture, because you can gain it back by just rubbing it out and putting some where you need it. And you know, like he's soft up here, so I'm going in circular motions, and the circular motions is almost something like that I would do with a koala bear, because they have that little furry fur. And same thing here, go in circles, so I don't want to make anything completely black. I'm trying to save the layer underneath that I got and keep blending it. And this is where, when I do a drawing, it takes me an hour, you know, or some time. The drawing itself, I get it right away because I sort of know what I'm looking for. It's making it, giving it a little bit of realism, because I want to put some values to it to see if it's worthwhile doing a painting of it later, or, you know, these cute little guy. But anyways, you get the point here. Let's say the eye here, we'll darken it up. Then I would give him the little, what he's got going on there. You know, then darken it up underneath there, and it goes on and on. If you want to make this character look real, well, just keep working them, and, you know, working them, and you will make them look real. Just copy what you see, that's all. That's all. See, and this way the fur would be going this way, so I would start erasing that way, and, you know, get rid of it and start to get texture. Some things come some things for me, bang bang, and knock it off in 15 minutes, and then I think some things are going to be easy, and I got to keep working it and working it. It can be so satisfying, and that's not sometimes, you know. It's a challenge. Oh, I can't give it up because it's so easy. You can do so much with this pencil. You know, create so many things. Kids just love it. My grandkids. One's 8, one's 6, and look out. Like I said, they would turn this into a gorilla. Because you can do that kind of stuff. You can do that kind of stuff. I'll work this stump. Let's say this was too, I'll clean it off first, because I use a Scott Town, I'll clean it. Let's say the whisker was too wide. So all I would do is, with my stump, is just go on the edge and start filling it in. And it gets narrower and narrower, and I can make it disappear if I wanted to, but it's getting smaller and smaller. I'm going on the other side if I want, and then on this side. Let's say I didn't like it, oh, let's just get rid of it. Didn't work. Was in the wrong position. Okay, so you nicely blend, this tool nicely blends. As you notice, it's not taking the white out, but yet if I wanted to make that a little bit more narrow, and this is where your realism comes from, because you can copy stuff. And and if I get a little bit of graphite, because I can go beside these and start, so you notice how I'm making a little change in the value there. And if I want to bring these, get 2 hairs going there, I can make it look like that. And I'm drawing with this, nothing on it. Oh, I'm sorry, nothing on it. I use it for blending here. If I wanted to shade underneath the nose here, or, you know, fix this up in here, because that's what you'll be doing. Manipulating things, pushing things around, pushing these shapes around. So these tools, like, they blend very nicely. Your fingers are pretty good, but these things, they move things around nicely for you. And it goes quick. If you know what you're looking for, it doesn't take you very long, you know, to knock off a nice little pencil drawing. See, that one is too wide, so I would just thin that up, and, you know, it goes quickly. You can make him into a cute little character in a very short length of time. Little texture, little marks everywhere, and like I said, that's another video. You know, this one is just to show you how I got the form of the rabbit and the placements, and very quickly, and, you know, and then we got to start working it right away. If you can play with this ear here, and it's dark on the inside because it folds over there, so, you know, you could go like that, and now it looks so like it's folded over. It's all kinds of things you can do. You can draw with this pen. This thing's amazing to draw with it. You know. Let's say we made a mistake. We don't like it. You know, we got tired of working on it because it didn't work for us. But it'll always work for you. Now I'm rubbing very hard, very hard. Okay. And as you notice, I can't get rid of this ghost image. But I don't, I don't want to, because now I got a mid value. I can use this. I use what I have for a mid-tone. And as you notice, you can still see the bunny. You can still see that little bunny underneath. So let's say now I could either start again with that bunny, and I could still see my triangle underneath. I don't know if you can, but I can. I could see the oval. So I can do it again if I wanted to, but let's say I got tired of it. So I look for stuff like in the clouds. What do I see in the clouds? Okay, I hear something. What I see right now is a nose. Okay, so I can change this whole thing around if I wanted to right now. Let's say eyes would be in here. Then I won't have to be fussy, just darken it up. Eyes would be in there. Okay, oh, look at that, I even got a sort of a mouth going here already. Okay, now, look how much I've changed that. Oop, get my eraser. This is the fun part, and this is where I would start drawing with the eraser. What shape has a pointed nose? Does he have a rounded nose? Does it have a ball? No. Where's the lighting come? You can start putting eyes. Eyes are usually an eye width apart from each other. There's rules. I said there was 80% rules. Learn your rules. Okay, all depends what you want to start doing with your artwork. Whether you want to be a portrait artist or like wildlife artist. So you'll catch me basically doing wildlife art. So now you don't even see the bunny. You wonder where'd the bunny go. Okay, like I said, it's hard for me to draw this way, so it's harder for me to tell the proportions, but that's pretty close. Put a sparkle in somebody's eye and give them a bright nose and maybe make it wider, give it form like that. Well, let's say which it is, too close. The lips should be down here, so you would draw put maybe your mouth where you think it would be. Okay, cheeks, beside the head. This could even be hair. Push the hair in there. Chin. Place the chin whether it's lower here or here. You got to, let's say, okay, I think the chin's there, and I think, oh no, that can't be. So basically you wipe it out and think, okay, is the mouth where it's supposed to be? Okay, it's better anyways. Okay, but we'll find out when we stand back. I can't stand back right now. Okay, and let's say I think the chin is there. So I would shade it in, and and give it a little bit of shading under there, maybe the mouth. The lips. Stand back and say, okay, is it right? How wide is the mouth? Below the eye, okay. It's on the edge here, okay, there we go. That's where the mouth is supposed to be. Look, do you see a bunny? Anywhere? No. So I never threw the paper away. I had fun now. I got to draw with my eraser now. Look at that, I got mid-tone, and I made a nose and eyes and eyebrows if you want, and I could have changed that, and all I have to do once I change that was get my pencil and say, okay, yeah, that's the shape I wanted, and now I start shading. Underneath around the nostrils, and in here there's always shade, and here, usually have a around the nose where you start seeing your cheek, and let's say the cheekbone is there, and I'll put a little shading under here like that, and you know, look where we got going here again. Like it's beautiful. I love it. It's so, you know, how hard is something like this? Everybody can draw. There's rules and there's little tricks. This is my little trick. Okay. That's why I said in the beginning, I don't know which side is more important, this end or this end. I often wonder. I love the eraser end because it's so easily corrected, and you know, get rid of it and rub it out. It looks like a girl made a nose smaller. I would have a woman looking down. But neither here nor there. That's how you can manipulate your shapes, and I hope you had fun here. Next lesson, it appears I had a battle with my camera and it won, but I got it back. So I was going to wrap it up there, and what I was going to tell you was that I showed you some pictures of a lion with all the different shapes on them. I think that's the next video that I'm going to do. So I want you to practice those and see which shapes that you like the most. And yeah, join me. Bring out your sketchbook and we'll do the lion. I think it'll probably be easier than the bunny. And a lot of fun. So hope to catch you then. Look after yourself. Have fun with this. Like, don't get frustrated, okay? It's not a contest, you know, and if it was, you're only competing against yourself and you're going to win every time. So just relax, have fun. You see how easy it is to manipulate things and work with shapes and manipulate those shapes. But anyways, take care of yourselves and hopefully you watch my next video. Bye for now.